Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the WZ-131, and this is another Ace Tanker that surprised me. It was done the same night as the Hellcat, so I reckon I must have been playing pretty soon after an Ace Tanker reset. But I've had better games in the WZ-131, and I've definitely had better games in the Type 62, which is basically a WZ-131 at the moment, and the Type 62 is one of my favorite tanks, and it's basically a stock 131, which means that I was really looking forward to playing this tank, especially fully upgraded, because any tank that's better than the Type 62 is a damn fine tank. We are here on Cliff, and I am in a 52%er. It is a very tier 10 game. So lots of tier 10s on either side, lots of tier 9s. Very few tier 8s and a couple of scouts, and I actually prefer getting into higher tier games when I'm in my scouts, but Cliff is a difficult scouting map. There are so many choke points, it makes it very difficult to scout, so you end up basically being a flanker and a damage dealer instead, a little bit like Ruinberg, and that's what I do in this game, so let's go. Maybe we'll slow it down to its proper speed. So my initial plan is to head up to E5 and do the usual scout spotting thing. Poke, spot, pull back. And then I'm looking down the enemy team's player list, and I suddenly realize, right about now, there we go, that their best player is in the WZ-132. So what I want to do is I want to stop him playing his game. There we go. Premonition. I want to get side shots on this guy. I want to try and prevent him from playing his game. And as you can see, our AMX just got absolutely destroyed. Miss a snapshot on the 132, unfortunately. That was the very reason I took up the position I did, to try and get side shots on him, but he's advanced. Our AMX got pretty badly savaged. Go for a snapshot on the Foch, but shot goes high. So we've got a weak spot to aim at. Fully aim, do my first damage in this game. So it worked once. Is it going to work again? Yes, it is. So take my shot, pull back. Not sure if I'm still on radar, but let's see if we can get another shot in on the Foch. But then a 103 appears, and the 132 shoots me from stealth. So he's still up there. He's trying to counter me. I'm trying to counter him. Now I go for a shot on the M103. Shot looked as if it was going to go in, but didn't, so I may have hit another tank sitting in front of him. I notice I'm being flanked by another M103, so let's see if we can spot him, get a shot in, and pull forward before he can return fire. IS-7 gives me a side, but unfortunately we bounce. And then, yeah, their M103 goes Leroy Jenkins and just charges down our IS-8. So we're not going to say no to flanking shots on a M103. He dies before we can get our next shot in. Got a kill shot in the Foch. Shot goes high. Not the most accurate gun, but we get him at the second attempt. So an IS-7 is advancing on our IS-7. I decide to go see if I can help. Go for a lower glacis shot, and goes in, thankfully. Let's try it again. Unfortunately, end up bouncing. Let's give it one more go. And he dies just as we fire. So we're up to almost 1700 damage in a tier 10 game. But not a lot of scouting, not a lot of spotting done. So there are 3 tanks still on the, or enemy tanks, and still on the 1-2 lines. I'll go down to see if I can do some work down here. Gun depression means I've got to advance to get shots on the T-71. Shot gets me spotted, but I should be able to get another shot in. So, T-71's firing heat. He gets one shot in. I'm not going to pop out till I'm reloaded. Gets another shot in, and another shot in, but we finish him off. So, 2,400 damage, 4 enemy tanks left. T-10E4 need to hit his weak spot. Just, unfortunately, miss. Don't know where that shot went. But he dies before we can get anything else into him, and then we managed to kill 4 tanks in just a few seconds. So another subpar ace tanker, but it is an ace tanker and it needs to go up. We finished top on XP, mainly down to the fact we were shooting tier 10 tanks, tier 9 and tier 10 tanks, and we were the bottom tier tank in our team. We did manage to come 3rd on damage. Almost joint 2nd on damage, but because we were shooting higher tier tanks, we ended up top on XP by quite a big margin. So we did 1292 base XP in that game with just 2 kills. We fired 18, hit 12, and only 10 penned, and of those 10, 2,423 damage. We didn't do very much assistance or spotting damage, 409, damaged 5, destroyed 2, and we didn't spot a single enemy tank. We earned 39,000 credits for that game, and 1938 base XP with a premium account times 2, and again, some sort of special on at the time meant we earned another 387 XP, leaving me on 4,263. So yeah, I do like the WZ-131. I was kind of hoping for a bigger game to get the ace tanker in it, but yeah, I can't complain too much. I know that I'm going to have bigger games in the WZ-131, and even if I don't, I know I will have bigger games in the Type 62, even though it's more a stock version of this tank. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.